Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this March the 8th, 2025. Daily cryptocurrency and XRP, altcoin, gold, and silver bullion update from the #1 cryptocurrency insider here on social media and across the sphere. And I ask you to bell notification, comment down below, like the channel, and share to stay on top of the ever-changing and manipulated waters and sloshing around that is the cryptocurrency sphere from just north of downtown Detroit at the old Vincenzo compound, where we had to upgrade with some new furniture in the great state of Michigan, with a current official temperature of 36 degrees. Larex eyebrow, right? And we ask you if you want to stay out ahead of the field and get that first mover advantage, just like you got the first mover advantage here in the Bitcoin price, where we put this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, where we had a left shoulder back here in November from April to late September form. Then we had the Donald Trump victory that put the hyper-induced pump, where we topped out at $109,000. And when we got to about right there, old Vincenzo in mid-December, late December, actually into the first of the year, we diagnosed this pattern out for you and said we were in a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. We showed you that we were going to have a bearish cross where the 50, which is now only a few days away, was going to dip below the 93,399 where it's at currently, and dip below the 100-day moving average that's currently sitting at 92,400 and change, and would eventually, more than likely, have a golden bearish cross, where that red 50 in the daily is going to be below not only the blue, but the green, right? And we showed you that, and that's the power of old Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. We told you back here last Sunday, when you had the orchestrated and manipulated news data dump on a Sunday morning right there, that this was likely just a manipulated pump, that the current pattern was still in play, and the price was likely to come down. And it was at a technical level where right here was a targeted move, where we had top one. Oops. Hold on. Let me zoom in a little bit. Where we had top one, top two, neckline, M topping or double top, mountain double top reversal pattern. You go from the neckline to the top to the point of a breakout, and that got you pretty much right there with our technical move around the $73,000 mark. It was built and ready for a quick bounce back that got pushed up a little bit higher than it would have because the manipulated data dump and the news. But we told you, don't buy the FOMO, don't buy the YouTube charlatans in the mainstream media that have the constant pump train going on, and that this price was likely to come down, and the current price, the next major move is likely to be 73,815.41 before we eventually break down to this neckline at 58,903.89, and that's still in play. We're now moments away or days away from having the bearish cross. And if you want to have all those inside information, it's important to subscribe to the channel, just like Terry Grant 8126 that has a question, and this is one of the big things along with the education and super simple and easy information to trade this market. And the education is key, and the information is invaluable, because that leaves you with a level, sane head that keeps you from making irrational, emotional decisions on a day-to-day market, and allows you to continue to implement your plan and strategy. And you don't want to be on the hype train with these hype pushers and charlatans and fleecers that only have one objective, is to emotionally move and make you do something that you ordinarily wouldn't. By playing on your emotions, we play on facts and truth and education at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Can you report on Edge and Block V, please, sir? And Terry Grant, we will do that. And if you want to get on board and you want to become part of the cheapest and best value way to support a channel for $3.99 a
more.
month. Nobody cares, lady. $3.99 a month. You can just hit that join or hit that Vincenzo's Jabroni Killers. Sign up to help support the channel and become a Jabroni Killer member, where we have the insight and the education that you need that we've just started to show you. And then the two links below that in the pinned comment or the video description are Robinhood and Coinbase, where I trade. And just like my beautiful audience here, you will have first mover advantage. And you can see we've had a couple of new members of Jabroni Killers recently. We have new badges. You can see, we'll show you the badges. We have new member badge, 1 month badge, 2 month badge, 3 month badge, which is Vincenzo Jabroni Killers on the hunt right there. Let's see if we can, no. That's the Vincenzo Jabroni Killers on the hunt. And then the 24 month badge, which is a very good picture there. And if we want to look at our members of Jabroni Killers, we have two new ones today, Michael F. and Wim Williams. We appreciate you joining. Terry Grant, the Gate Man, Peter Dubai, and Mr. Salmon, and XRP Future Millionaire, supporting the channel. And you'll have the information that is invaluable to help you still don't want to buy, you trade this market. And you would have known first before. And the most important thing in the power of this station is we identify things early before everybody else does, and that gives you that first mover advantage. I believe we're going down to 73,815. Then we could have a nice bounce back up, but there will be a golden bearish cross taking place. But then we could build the right shoulder out here into the late spring or early summer, just like XRP did recently, and you could have a pump as high as 53% from that 58,000. But I do believe that head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, you would go from the top of the head to the neckline at 58,900 to the point of a breakout, and that gets you an end of the year target of 32,366.05, which is very normal for a cryptocurrency bear market. And it flushes out some of the people that bought the hype train, and that's standard procedure in the crypto market on how it moves. Just the same as we diagnosed, sniffed out, and detected this, where we had this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern here, where again, if you were the first mover advantage, we diagnosed this pattern right about there. This is all we had on the chart after a 7x move. We told you and drew this pattern out that you see here in yellow when we were right there. And then you can see how this played out over the next 2.5 months. And then right when we got to about here, mainstream media and the rest of the social media influencers got on board because it was right out in front of their face and the pattern had identified itself. But the first mover advantage lets you know way back here that we were likely to come down, that we had a neckline sitting here at about $2.07. We've been talking about a bearish cross in this coin too, and you can see that it is slowly taking place at 250 is the 50-day. The 100-day is running parallel now. It'll start trending down, and the 200-day is down here, still moving up, but it will start to run parallel in the next few days at $1.85, even after, let's get that out of there, even after we have this massive pump right here. Let's make this the purple color that we love. Even after we had that 1 day, 4-hour candle spike of about 40%, we told you this was likely and going to get rejected. It was at a technical level on Friday night right here, last Friday night. We said we were at the neckline, so there was likely to be a bounce. We thought the bounce would come back up into this 255 to at its highest up here at about the 279, 280, but because of the manipulated data news dump on a thinly traded weekend market and very early in the morning Eastern time, it got to pump. The hype train came up to 301. We told you it would likely get rejected based on the volume, based on the pattern that we're in, and we didn't see anything to think that it would break out of that pattern and invalidate it. And we kept a level head, didn't get the hype train going, kept you sane, rational, to make the best possible decisions for yourself with a clear head. and without anyone playing our emotions. And now we're sitting at the 230 or the 100-day moving average in the daily time frame, something that we told you would happen, and we think we're going to continue to come down. And you could have another bounce back up a little bit, but you're going to continue to come down back to that $2.09 neckline, eventually come to that 185 200-day moving average in the daily, where then you could have a nice little rally back up. But eventually, I believe in the next several months, this right shoulder will play out. You will breach the neckline, and your targeted move is all the way down here at $1.29, right? And I believe wholeheartedly that's what's going to happen here in the short to medium term as this year and in the summertime starts to play out. And then I believe we could have a bottoming out pattern in that area. And then I'm speculating out ahead of the field, giving you first mover advantage again, where I believe in blue here is what the pattern could entail after this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern plays out. We could come back up and form a big Bart Simpson double top where you see it looks like Bart Simpson's hair, and eventually it could actually have a full lateral flush all the way back down to where the pattern started before we start our next consolidation phase to try to build a new all-time high and breach the high from 2013 and early 2014. But the blue is all speculation. The yellow is the current pattern that we identified first, and now we're trying to read the tea leaves and see signs and give you first mover advantage on what could potentially happen later on in the year and towards the end of the year, so that way you have an idea and you have the education, information, and knowledge to make sane and rational decisions as you accumulate, buy for the first time, or trade this market. As I am not a financial advisor, these are only my own personal viewpoints and opinions on this market. And now let's go to what my beautiful subscriber wanted me to look at before I forget. Let's get back into here. Let's go in the comments. Come here. Our program director is talking to us right now. Come here, program director. Come here. I'm sure you can hear him in the background. He's meowing. Edge, EDGE. Now, if I don't get this, if I don't get the right one, because I don't know what we're exactly looking at here, let me know if this is a crypto coin. EDGE is all you've given me. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be looking at. Is this a crypto coin, USD? No, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. EDGE, Innovation Index Fund, Trust. I mean, there's too many things. You're going to have to give me Uniswap, Edge, crypto. I'm assuming Edgeware is what you're talking about. If that's not what you're talking about, you're going to have to give me some more information, because there's a whole bunch of different edges. So I have no idea if this is the correct coin. If it's not, please comment down and give me some additional information if this isn't what you're looking at, because I'm not exactly sure what this is, Edgeware, or if this is even the coin that you're talking about. Again, I'm only going by the 3 letters that you gave me. But already this doesn't look good. What's going on here? VIX volume profile range is what we're trying to get. Not sure what's going on here. Not sure why it's not giving me any color there. There goes our program director running. Come on, buddy. Everybody knows who the program director is. He's over there. I'm not sure what's going on, why the VIX volume profile range isn't showing up. But if this is the coin you're looking at, it's in a deep bear market. And I need more information, because I don't even know if that's the coin that you're talking about. So we'll try to find Block V. Just give me some more information on what the coin is, its call letters and such, because I don't want to, that doesn't look like what you're talking about. Block V. Again, Unfortunately, I need some more information, Terry Grant, and I'll make a special video if you can comment on what this is. But block V, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything with that. Is it V systems? I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be looking at in block V. So if you could please just give me some additional information, Terry Grant, and I'll be more than happy to pull up the correct coins that you're referring to, because I have a feeling those two aren't the ones you're talking about. So please give me more additional information, and I'll be more than happy to accommodate your inquiry on that. If we go into the daily time frame here in XLM, we are about a day away from having our bearish cross. You can see the 100-day moving average is down there at 0.33436, and the 50-day moving average is about to cross it at 0.33617. So we're going to have that bearish cross. Again, the power of this station is back here after the 63-cent top. Right when the price action was right there, we got short to medium term bearish. The prices went down greater than 60% from peak to trough. We've warned you about the bearish cross and a potential golden bearish cross that could drive the price down to 18 cents as our next major move. And initially, we think we're coming back down here to 25 cents for the third time, and we think we will break that as the bearish cross, bearish sentiment takes over and forces the price down. We told you last week, after we had that manipulated rally back here on that Sunday morning 6-7 days ago, to not buy the hype, that it was going to give it all back, and we were likely coming down to 18 cents, and I believe that's still where we're going. AMP, I think, could do something like DGB did today, where we could have a quick 30 to 40% rally from a low, because it's been so depressed and so beat down that I still think there's going to be a short-term rally here at some point, and long-term, I still believe we're going to end up between that 2 and 7 cents, but that's been pushed back and delayed. Not denied, but delayed. And you can see we've had the golden bearish cross in the daily here, where the 50 is now well below the 200 and the 100 that are both trending down. But I think we could have some sort of rally like DGB did. H-bar, I think, is going to continue to trade down. We're going to have a bearish cross here as well. I think we're headed down to 15 cents, which is a technical move from a mountain double top there. Top 1, top 2, down to the neckline to the point of a breakout. Get you right there to 15 cents. XDC, we're in this head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. Does this right shoulder have to break down even though it's struggling just below the neckline? No. But when it does, we are going to come down here to our technical target down here at 0.042. Another reason you should be members of Jabroni Killers, because we identified this pattern when we were looking something like that. Just off its most recent peak, we were in a rising channel also, which are bullish continuation patterns, but bearish reversal patterns as the pattern breaks. We identified the head and shoulders. We identified the target, and then the price now has come down substantially from its peak that we were warning about and giving you the education and information. It is down at current price greater than 52%. ZIL, way back in the day, we said that this coin was going down 99.1 to 100% down, and that was way back in here, and we were in this rising channel. And then we even had a 6x move in the middle of this debacle, and we still continued to maintain what we were talking about. And you can see now where you're at. You've gotten rejected at the 0.03 cents several times, and I think we're going to 0.00229 is our next major target. Algo, I continue to hold that I believe we're coming to 10 cents. You can see we're starting to get rejected now, just below the bottom part of that red support and resistance box. We've had a bearish cross. We're going to have a golden bearish cross here in about 3 to 4 days in Algo. And I think the next price is coming to 17 cents. Then we could have that hook nose bearish reversal pattern that you're seeing there in blue. And then I believe all roads lead to that 10-cent level. DGB right here. This is something I think AMP might do in the short term. Have a nice big rally just like DGB did after it was suppressed. extremely suppressed. If we look back here in the daily, we had a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern that we identified way back here, and we had a target down here at 0.00599, and we got as close on this wick to 0.00636. Now we're having a little rally. I think it's a fake out rally, but it's something that we're going to watch to see if there's some validity and some fortitude with the volume. The volume hasn't been overly impressive, so you're going to have to watch to see if this can hold this. But I think AMP might in the short term do something like that. We have the old Quanta, which I believe eventually is coming down here to that $68, $69 as it got rejected by some major resistance and support. IOTA has been on a deep downturn, something that we've been warning about since we got rejected at the 62 cents, and especially where we caught on board was where we were forming this dinosaur pattern right here. And I've coined this. It's a dinosaur / conveyor belt where you pump, then you have a little hump, and then you come up and you see we got like the conveyor belt dinosaur look. This was a weirder one. But after we couldn't get past that 37 cents again, we got bearish and said 16 cents was a major support level. And if you broke that, you were coming down to 0.0975, which appears to be the most likely scenario here in the medium to longer term. The same thing with VLO. We gave you the first mover advantage when my audience wanted me to take a look at this back here when we were getting rejected by upper resistance in this rising wedge, which is 6 or 7 out of 10, 6.5 to 7 out of 10 times breaks to the downside after the pattern fulfills itself, and it looks like it's going to do that. And I believe the technical target will be hit down here at 0.002429. But if something changes, I will obviously let you know that first. Does that mean it has to happen now? No. We could still gather some momentum and make another retest at upper resistance up there at about 0.0309 over the next month or two. It doesn't have to come straight down. DIA hit the technical target from this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. So there could be a relief rally now that we hit that technical target. But I think eventually we got some more downside down to 25 cents. LCX is the same thing. We had the 14-cent target on a breakdown. It did break down. We've come close to 14 cents, but we could try to make a short-term rally here, even though we're about to have a golden bearish cross where the 50 has already crossed the 100 and is now approaching and incoming in on the 200 at 20 cents very, very quickly. And if that does happen, that will be enough to drive the price down to 14 cents and maybe potentially as low as the 0.0926. Like, subscribe, and share. Get the first mover advantage. Our road to 10,000 subscribers starts with you. Peace and love. The Rex Eyebrow.